It was Friday, July 31st, 1987. A mile-wide tornado wreaked havoc on Edmonton, Canada. J.K. Rowling turned 22 years old and still hadn't started writing Harry Potter. It is a day known as Cotton Candy Day, Jump for Jelly Beans Day, Mutts Day, National Avocado Day, and yes, it is also the day a little-known movie called The Lost Boys opened in theaters.
Coming up next, vampires, good or bad?
R-rated kids movies. Are they in or out?
Coming up next, Disney World, is it worth it? We'll talk to Miles Donald after this break.
Speaking of that, I saw something about in the news about how people are shitting in the Disney World lines because they're so long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're just shitting in the floor. I don't know. I saw it on Instagram. There's a Chiron off of, yeah, I'll find it. I'll get the references. But apparently it's such a problem. They were having this happen like 3 or 4 times a day on each different ride, like the popular ones, that about halfway through their line, they put in a bathroom. They installed a bathroom.
This must be Disneyland in California.
I think they just have stray dogs running around the park.
You're just trying to get on the ride and stepping in human feces. Anyway, did you experience any of that, Miles, or did you shit in a line?
Did you shit in any lines? I mean,
you shit in any lines?
No, I didn't even see a bathroom.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride? I don't know.
That shit was there before I got there.
Yeah.
Prove it wasn't.
Yeah.
That little swirly poo, that's Mr. Toad.
You see the one where the dude
shit in my pants.
The dude stepped in poop, and then like he was cleaning it off, and like another guy came and stepped in it, and he was like, "I just did that," and the guy like punches him in the face because he thought he shit on the ground.
And then you look over, and there's someone else shitting on the ground. It wasn't me; it was my little companion dog, my safety dog.
What was that episode, PJ Sopranos, where the Jackie Jr.'s son?
Oh, in the shower, right?
Shits in the middle of the shower and steps in it.
The cry for help.
Good night. Anyway, enough of that shit. Before,
touche.
Before we get started talking about today's movie, I just want to mention this is our first movie with a Corey in it, and it's got both Coreys.
Gotta have both Coreys. It doesn't count unless you have both of them. And one of the Coreys has the fucking weird voice going on the whole time. What was up with that? What was Feldman doing his Sly Stallone the whole movie?
His gravelly voice sounded like Donatello.
Yeah.
But yeah, sounded just like Donatello. What was going on there?
Schumacher told him to go watch Rambo, and that's what he did.
Yeah, at the headband.
We take our work very serious.
Happy Halloween, everybody. This is our
November Halloween episode.
Yeah. A little late to the game with that. But.
If you're just tuning in, and it's on a podcast, so I guess you fast forwarded for no reason in particular. But this is your feature presentation on The Lost Boys.
Oh yeah,
a Richard Donner, Joel Schumacher extraordinaire.
Mega hit,
classic.
Joel Schumacher.
Dude, it was like the stars aligned in making this movie. They hired on Richard Donner, fresh off of Goonies' success, to make another Goonies movie. But then he finally got the lethal weapon he deserved, and he said, "I'm out." But my buddy, actually, this guy my wife knows. It's always somebody knows. Joel Schumacher. I'm sure he's going to be a big success one day. You might want to use him while he's cheap.
He's an up and comer.
Yeah. So anyway, but Joel Schumacher was like, I'm not doing no kids movie. I only do rated R stuff. I like to fuck. I like to blow shit up. So they rewrote the movie into adult vampire version of Peter Pan.
It's the name.
Yeah, the Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys.
It came full circle.
I'm a little under the weather, so I'm going to be doing my Frog Brothers voice every now and then.
Frog Brothers. Vampires.
How much do you think we should charge him?
I think this time around watching it was the first time I've seen like the first like 10 minutes of the movie. Usually when I see this movie, it's on TNT or HBO, and it's like it's already like halfway over, but it's still like classic. But I never.
When you join late like that, you miss the best part of the movie, which is obviously the sexy sax man. Everybody knows that there's nothing better.
Yeah,
the whole reason they made that movie was for that dude to get up
for that guy.
His 15 minutes of fame has been going on for years, decades now. I would like to say that this is like the quintessential 80s movie, or it's so 80s. About the only other movie that's more 80s than this is Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
love the 80s
version of Pretty in Pink. That's what this is.
Yeah.
I was just about to circle back to that. So that was the Frog Brother was not Ralph Macchio. We can also confirm that.
Yeah, we can confirm that.
We've done the research.
Not Corey, but the other guy. That was not Ralph.
I think me and Evan just assumed that Ralph Macchio is in every movie.
I think he might as well have been. I mean, he also kind of looked like the kid from the Wonder Years. You know, his buddy.
Same guy, right?
Yeah. The one that became Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, him.
And took out his rib.
Now, if you were going to trick me of any random actor from my childhood or the 80s to be Ralph Macchio, this guy has a way better chance than the guy from the other movie.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to stick to my guns on this. That guy looked like fucking Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, with a hangover. Ralph Macchio with a bad hangover.
More spray tan.
Yeah. A severe cocaine addiction.
But it's Santa Clara, so.
Yeah.
The murder capital of the world.
Santa Clara.
But was it though? It probably is now.
Probably is now. I don't know back then, maybe.
But back
fucking
then
vampires.
Back then it was like a dreamland. You wanted to live there.
Yeah.
I mean,
was it actually called Santa Clara?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the name of the town.
I thought they made
all they had was a fucking boardwalk. That's the entire town was that boardwalk.
And they loaded it with freaks. You look in the background while they're there. It looks like the French Quarter in New Orleans, except spread out across a boardwalk,
AKA North Hollywood or North California.
Yeah.
But those opening credits are iconic. Like just walking and going, and then the whatever that song is.
I listened to that. The one, it's like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cry, little sister. Yeah.
All right, that's enough singing on this talking podcast.
Yeah. Hey, sorry.
So since we're talking about it, like what does everybody remember most of watching this movie when they were a kid, if they watched it when they were a kid? Starting with Coach, other than only catching it halfway through.
I thought I think the best thing I remember about it growing up was the prosthetics. The makeup work was like something like I don't think I've seen in any other movie since, like, as done well as Lost Boys. I think that was like they set the bar high with the prosthetics and the contact lenses and just the style of the vampires. Like Kiefer Sutherland as a vampire is like iconic.
It's that forehead.
It's that forehead, man. No eyebrows.
You get the ridge thing there, whatever.
And the blonde mullet. And the blonde mullet and the eyebrows and the little fang, the thing. And then he's crying.
Yeah, it really, that tear he shed for Marco. But like it really is the first vampire movie where they did something different than the tried and true Bela Lugosi Dracula type vampire.
They eat Chinese food. The vampires don't do that.
Boring.
A billion Chinese can't be wrong.
Yeah, they can't.
The chances of that food not having garlic in it.
Right?
You don't see them going and eating Italian every night. Yeah, that's how they get sleepy to sleep throughout the day.
Yeah.
Eat some garlic bread.
Hey, it makes me sleepy.
It's the MSG in the Chinese food. It makes you sleepy, Michael.
Yeah, I mean,
my most memorable moment is the vampire turned into goo in the bathtub of holy water.
Yeah.
That used to scare me when I was a kid.
Had some gnarly deaths in that movie.
Yeah.
Death
and that one guy getting hooked up and getting exploded by the speakers.
The stereo,
Yeah.
I mean,
good fatalities.
Yeah, there's a lot of fatality. You don't kill vampires that way, typically.
Nook with the assist. The dog with the assist on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, PJ? Did you watch this movie as a kid?
I did, and this is one movie that I watched when I was so young that like I really couldn't differentiate real life from what cinema was. And I remember being so scared, like, oh my God, what if my brother started to turn into a vampire? Like, would I be able to deal with it at the time?
Yes,
and that thought
I'll do it.
That thought just always stuck with me. And even watching it now, I still ask myself the same questions.
Did you started hunting down comic books for knowledge on how to kill vampires?
Not non-lethal vampire extinguisher.
All right, what
Donald
about you,
Twins. Before we get into that, just real quick, 1, 2, 3. Which one of you two would be most likely to get tricked into being a vampire?
I'm pretty gullible. I would just. You wouldn't have to trick me. I'd just choose it.
You just do it. You're like, has that a jug of blood? Let me get that.
Yeah, I'm tired of this humanity crap.
You mean I get to bang this hot chick and live forever?
Yeah.
That's one of the things I remember as a kid. I remember it was one of the earliest, like, because it wasn't even really a sex scene, but that one sex scene right in the middle, I remember that being extremely risque as a kid. And I went back and rewatched it just now, and I was like, it's like a fucking slideshow. What am I looking at here?
Right? It's a music video.
It wasn't as much as I thought.
And who brought a 4-poster bed down into a sinkhole with a Jim Morrison picture?
It was a hotel, the faults.
Oh yeah,
you remember
back
back in the day they thought California was going to fall off into the ocean from earthquakes, but this old creepy hotel fell into the San Andreas Fault.
The Morrison Hotel.
Yeah, the Jim Morrison Hotel.
And now it's ours.
Yeah. What I remember most about this movie when I was a little kid was like I thought the town that they were in, the Santa Clara, like that's what California looked like when I was a little kid. That's what I thought.
Still does.
Yeah, still does
like a wasteland.
Yeah, I don't know, man. With the tech boom and everything that's going on, that's Santa Clara is pretty much just San Francisco, but
right.
That's where all the tech guys. I'm pretty sure it just looks like a bunch of Microsoft and Intel buildings everywhere.
Wineries,
Silicon Valley,
vineyards.
Yeah, some wineries and hobos.
Yeah,
maybe a couple vampires. Who knows?
A whole lot of Disney lines just full of shit on the ground. A lot of shit on the ground out there.
But what sounds better than lines full of shit is the amount of cocaine it took to make this movie. But anyway, what was the best part about the movie to y'all? Who wants to go first? No? Anybody? No?
I guess
Mark.
I'll go first. The best part.
Yeah, it's your movie.
The greased up sax guy, man. That's, I mean, I mean that's like the attention grabber at the first of the movie, where it's when you really get invested in the whole
really, and then
thing.
he's never seen ever again in the whole movie.
Again.
Like he's at the start of the movie.
You're singing that song the whole movie, though.
Absolute focal point at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
the attention grabber.
5 minutes of it.
Yeah, and if you pay attention to the lyrics, was like my question was going to be: was he a vampire, or did he get tempted and lived like Michael did?
It seemed like they should have made him a vampire. Maybe he was the main guy.
Yeah, from the lyrics of it, it sounded like he went down in that hole.
I don't know. He looks like a big blood bag. I don't think they could drain enough. I don't know.
If I ran a biker gang of vampires to take over a boardwalk, I would want that dude on my team.
He'd be the lieutenant enforcer of the vampire.
I would recruit him, definitely.
Yeah, I understand.
I wrote down, why are these people headbanging to this guy's song? Like
they were getting down to a
They were getting it. And I was just like, what are you, what?
I think it's all the grease and the energy he was giving off.
Yes, so man.
And that's a pivotal scene because Michael and Star, they meet at that concert.
Or he just creeps on her.
Right?
Well, yeah.
That's just normal.
Very serial killer-ish.
For y'all non,
that's not how you meet girls.
Yeah, for you non-whites in the group, that's how us white people, our mating ritual is creeping in the
lock
in the
eyes,
stalking.
Don't blink. Yeah, white stalking.
In 2023, I think that's called being a sex pest, man, because he just fucking chased her down.
Right.
He caught her.
Yeah, he did. And then look what happened.
Worked.
Yeah, and then look what happened. You just,
Jamie Gertz. Jamie Gertz, a young Jamie Gertz. And I only recently realized that was the same woman in Twister.
Yep.
Oh, really? Okay.
She grew up, got a job as a therapist. Man,
she aged beautifully.
All right,
better than Corey Feldman.
All right, who's next?
That's okay. There it is. That's a perfect segue into that's my best part of the movie is Corey Feldman. He just busted his ass through, and I appreciated that because behind the scenes, it was the Hollywood executives that were busting his ass, but he did really good on stream.
Dang, I'm not as well read up on Corey Feldman's sad child.
It was terrible what they did to him. But damn, he cracked.
Corey Haim had it worse, didn't he?
Yeah, Haim had the exact same amount. Whatever happened to him.
Dang.
Who knows?
Only thing Corey. Yeah.
Most iconic part to me was just definitely the final fight scene, dude. Like whenever Kiefer and the brother's name. Yeah, whenever they were going at it, man, that was intense. And I was kind of let down that Edward Herrmann didn't do more whenever he was the big reveal. I really thought there would be more to him than that.
He was the worst looking vampire too, for like the main guy. His looked the worst.
They ran out of like the
they
prosthetics or whatever it was.
They used their
They didn't run out of shoulder pads though. They didn't run out of shoulder pads though. He had the broadest Dracula shoulder pads of the 80s.
That was the tale, man. That's how you knew.
Yeah, that's how you knew.
Yeah. Nobody just practically walks around with those kind of shoulder pads and not play football.
It was the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, did you have a favorite part of the movie?
I think it was like the last like PJ said, like the last 20 minutes, the whole like they kill Marco, they go back, they set up the Home Alone traps montage. Got to get all the stuff ready, and then a lot of I like the drone cams before drones were a thing. Like, we're just going to use the camera, and that's going to be from the vampire's point of view
when they're flying.
Yeah, they're flying we don't have the
They're
budget
flying.
to like show guys flying in the air, so we're just gonna use the camera, and that's gonna be for the point of view of the vamps.
How many canteens does it take to fill up a 100-gallon bathtub?
That's a lot of high C.
That's a lot of garlic.
No, yeah, that last 20 minutes is like iconic and like the best part.
I kind of remember it being a lot more violent before that part of the movie too. Like when I was a kid, I watched this movie, but I always remember it being like scary. But just rewatching it, like the first hour, nothing really happens until that bonfire scene.
Yeah,
and
that's the sign of a really good movie. Yeah, that's the sign of a really good movie is when ultimately nothing really happens, but you're still sucked into it. Like
build up.
The build.
If you had to describe that movie just by like plot or whatever, you could do it in like 5 sentences.
Jason Patrick.
Sorry.
It's that kind of Jaws effect. Like they keep the vampires away for like just enough to, and then they kind of sneak them in at that bonfire scene where they show the makeup and they show them like snapping necks and ripping guys' skulls.
Yeah.
Throwing them in the bonfire and stuff like that.
What's happening here?
Just like a little taste.
What happened? Oh.
Yeah,
Sorry.
somebody
hit the wrong button.
Yeah, somebody shared their screen.
Over here hitting buttons for no reason.
we got hacked by the vampires.
Press more buttons.
My favorite aspect of the movie was the humor, the dark, but also just kind of kids being adult, rated R humor. You know, like Michael is laid in his bed after freshly turning into a vampire and looks like hungover, and his brother, Sam, is that his name? Sam, Sam's all like, "Were you out freebasing?" You know, like we're kids. We don't never heard the word freebasing. We don't know what that is. I mean, the Coreys know what it is.
Yeah, they knew at an early age.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the humor of that, like the grandpa out getting laid all the time.
Grandpa, the line at the end, Grandpa is that's classic shit right there. Thing I hate about this town is all the goddamn vampires. Amazing.
Yeah, that's some quality 80s movie.
Yeah. Roll credits.
Yeah. Right, it just ends like that.
People are strange.
Which we'll get into kind of the worst parts of the movie. Because every movie, no matter how good it is, has a good and bad.
Not Jurassic Park.
True, Jurassic Park is a perfect movie.
It is a perfect movie.
We can all agree. But we're talking
there will be
about
no
the
argument.
Lost Boys. Yeah, there'll be no argument, but we're talking about the Lost Boys.
Sorry,
not as good as Jurassic Park.
If you were tied down, about to be staked in the heart, and you had to confess, what was the worst part of this movie? What would you have to say?
Ooh, it would either be two things. Either Jason Patrick trying to fall off of a train track. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but him standing there screaming in the fog like he's falling.
Oh, yeah.
And Corey Haim's wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Which
That's
can't
really
really.
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in that same regard, fucking Jason Patrick's, he was dressed up like George Michael in the Faith music video the entire movie.
The whole time. He never changed clothes. Which I'm okay with. I thought it was.
I thought he was dressed up like the NXS music video.
Yeah, Michael Hutchins.
Yeah. Yes. Doesn't mean his name was Michael. He's dressed like Michael Hutchins. It was like, if you're going to try to trick me that was Michael Hutchins, I would agree.
Yeah.
But, what was the other thing you said? The clothing and then the other
falling off the train track.
Him trying to fall off a train track and standing there in the fog machine.
Yeah, like jerking back. Which movie was made first? This movie or Superman? Did they not develop the fake flying technology yet?
I think Superman was 1983, wasn't it? Superman was 83, wasn't it?
Superman was
78.
70s.
Yeah, I thought it was in the 70s.
Yeah.
I think it was 78.
Christopher Reeve or
I was about to say Christopher Reeve was already paraplegic by that point.
Oh, damn.
No, I don't think so, but he's about to be.
You can fact check me on that.
1978.
But okay, I just
realized.
realized why they couldn't nail down the flying effect, because Richard Donner went to Lethal Weapon. Joel was like, "Look, dude, I got like 5 flying dudes. How you do it?" It's like trade secret, brother.
You know who's really good at falling? Amanda Huntsucker. She fell off that building perfectly. Sorry.
That's Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Also a better movie.
Yeah.
Not a Halloween movie.
No, yeah.
That's coming out. That's coming in December.
Yeah,
Bring it back. My least favorite part about the movie was the casting of the parent. So I didn't like Diane Weiss as the mom.
Yeah.
Being like kind of the love interest, and like you had to get someone equally as bad as her. So that's where you get Edward Herrmann instead of anybody that could have played the main boss better than that.
So you're blaming the casting of Edward Herrmann on the casting of Diane Weiss?
I think what you're saying is that Edward Herrmann was like it was like a reflex to hire him because you had Diane Weiss being the mother.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm with you on that.
John Stamos wouldn't hit on that lady.
Yeah, right.
He's got a whole boardwalk of trash to pick through, and you need to go with that.
Yeah. What about you, Tiki?
Probably the other frog brother. Corey Feldman was just he was chewing all the scenery. Kind of could have done without the Alan Frog or Jameson Newlander. I think that's his name. It's not Ralph Macchio, but it's Jameson.
We sure that it's not Ralph Macchio.
I'm looking at the IMDb right now. It's Jameson Newlander, Alan Frog.
You can't trust everything you read on the internet, man.
That's true. I'm trying to think who else we could have gotten. But
I believe they're pooping in the Disney lines. I'm just saying. I hadn't seen it, but
good night. So like the only thing y'all can complain about on this movie because it's so well made is just the casting of some of the minor characters.
I can complain about
great.
That was my least favorite part of this movie was that fucking song with the "Thou shalt not kill." I couldn't stand it.
Cry, little sister.
The song's terrible, and I hate it.
That was like their one hit.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the band. It's like a one word band name. I don't know. But it's Cry Little Sister.
We don't have the rights to that, so I don't know if we can play that song.
Every time I say it, we lose $5.
We don't want to give royalties to whatever the band is.
Because they need them. They need the royalties.
Here's how you know that song sucks. Marilyn Manson covered it in 2010.
Nice.
Who was one of the Frog Brothers, right? No.
He went from Wonder Years to Lost Boys.
Wonder Years. Yeah.
Gerard McMahon. That's who sang the song. Gerard McMahon. You know, that monster 80s hit machine. Gerard McMahon.
All his one hit.
Yeah. Top of the charts.
What about you, PJ?
For the least favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the casting, man.
Just the casting. Okay.
Just some of the characters. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
There wasn't anything about the movie I didn't like. I mean, I enjoyed the entire thing. If I had to nitpick, that's it.
Everyday podcasts like the one you're listening to now struggle to find their way. No viewership, poor audio, but you can help change that. Hello, I'm not Sally Struthers, and with the Needy Podcast Kids Foundation, you can help a young growing podcast become a hit show. Not tomorrow, Today, for just $1 a month, a show like this one can buy new equipment, spend more time writing better skits for their ads, and so much more. If you take particular pity on these bumbling idiots, consider upping the ante by joining the Brew Crew, a monthly subscription service that helps even further but also comes with perks for members. Perks like giveaways and Discord membership. Joining is easy. Just click on one of the links in the description. Hate reading as much as I do? Just do what's happening on the screen. Cancel anytime. Crypto where prohibited. Join today. Apply behind the forehead.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into the question everything part of the podcast, where we just start questioning everything from like plot points to.
I don't understand at all why they brought Michael into the fold. That entire sequence makes no goddamn sense. He's like, all right, hey Keith Sutherland, I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend, and Keith Sutherland's like, nah, let's go on a bike ride. And then they go on a bike ride, and then they're about to get into a fist fight, and he's like, instead, here's some blood. And I didn't get it, and I didn't like it.
Just you.
Leave it at that. Just you. And then that's the end of that.
And he was only in town like 20 minutes.
Yeah, they had just pulled up.
They hadn't unloaded the car yet, and he's already fighting gang members.
Was Michael and Sam like Midwest white boy versions of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
It sounds like they're running from an abusive father too. They didn't really flesh that out either.
They didn't talk about that a whole lot.
They didn't go into
that one bit.
Yeah,
typical 80s movie. Yeah.
Bounced out of Phoenix. Can't blame them there.
I mean, the only thing I can answer that, Evan, is that Edward Herman's character must have sent David and the boys to scout, like do some scouting reports. And hey,
tried to tie it up. I'll give you that.
Got an older son. I want you to get him in. You get him in, then we get the younger son. Once we have the two boys,
then I get to fuck Diane Weiss.
All right.
All right.
Here's why it didn't make sense is he wasn't actually recruiting him. He was leading him in, and he was supposed to be Star's first kill.
Oh yeah,
that's
Michael.
Right.
Remember that? So that's why it didn't really make sense. I don't know if they
couldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know if they wrote that later after they already shot what they shot, but
no, she mentions it.
Yeah,
she does.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in the process of making the movie, if it was like, all right, we got this, it don't really make sense. But you know what? I'm gonna write down that you actually didn't want to kill, whatever.
Yeah,
they kind of changed stuff throughout the production of the movie, but
cocaine will do that.
Yeah, because as much as y'all complain, y'all didn't really complain about the core members of the cast. You had like a star-studded, up-and-comer cast of people. It's like if they had made this movie with the same actors, like say 5 years from later, I don't know if they could have pulled it off. I don't know if they could afford them.
Whatever happened to Jason Patrick? Is he he die? Is he alive?
No, he's still
did a TV
acting.
He did a couple of hits.
Oh, was he the guy? He was the guy in Speed 2?
Yeah, he was the bad guy in Speed 2.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No, he was the main guy.
He was the Keanu character.
Yeah, Keanu
that's right.
couldn't do it. Scheduling conflict.
Yeah.
Or he just didn't want to do it.
I think Keanu just flat out turned it down. I don't think it was a scheduling thing.
Yeah, I think he
He's
said,
in Speed 2.
this script sucks.
Yeah, with the ship, right?
This conflicts with my schedule of not being terrible.
Yeah, the boat.
The boat one,
yeah.
Cruise control. That's 3. Speed 3. No, is it Speed 2?
Is cruise control.
Speed
2.
2's cruise.
Okay. They do a Speed 3? Guys, I've picked my movie. If they've done Speed 3, I've picked the one we're doing.
Don't you do it.
Speed 3 over the top. Takes place on a ferry.
Public transit. Oh, wait. They already did that.
It takes place in a Disney line.
In a Disney line. Poo control.
Not gonna even work. You got any more question everything? Yeah.
My question everything was with the vampires. Like, so do they have to be invited like into their house, which they did with the main one, but like the group of them just somehow bust in the house and they have a big like fight out. I don't know. Is it because they invited the main boss in? They're all invited then. So yeah, that was my question. Everything.
Yeah, no, they clearly threw the script out the window on that one.
Yeah,
but
they should have a big.
That's not even that's not even the first time it got violated. Star was at the window begging to get in, unless Michael ignoring her was a invitation.
Yeah, playing hard to get. I just show up.
No means yes.
My question, everything is, vampires don't eat Chinese food. Like I could understand right before you start transitioning. I don't know.
It's a transition,
and it was very subtle. Usually, like when you transform into a vampire, it's very theatrical and there's like a ceremony to it, kind of. You just drink some blood and get real drunk, and then you got to kill some guy. I don't know.
Start wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
But in this universe, you got to go get some PF Chang's.
Yeah. Pretend that it's worms.
Down some blood.
Yeah.
Hey, then skip around your little lair for a couple of blasting cry little sister in the background. that's how you transform.
I guess it takes a week or two.
It takes a week or two. You got to put it on loop.
Yeah, that's my question. Everything, but
the incubation period for vampire takes at least a week.
Yeah, because Brad Pitt's body died in like a day. In an interview with a vampire. Just saying.
Well, they clearly did things different in this one.
Clearly.
My question, everything, is the little bitty kid vampire. What was the point of him? Like, I get it was kind of cool seeing a little baby vampire running around, popping out the bed.
He was on the milk carton. He was to emphasize that all the kids are going missing because they're eating all the little kids.
But why does Star care?
Why do they want to like he's part of the gang? Why? He can't hurt nobody. He's little.
Why was he dressed from 1800? Fucking jacket he had on was like a Civil like War jacket. Yeah, what was that about?
Yeah.
He
dressed like he's in a Coldplay video.
We're vampires. We don't have kids' clothes, okay?
Yeah.
I thought the wardrobe of all the main 4 vampires, I thought all their outfits were pretty cool. They all had different styles, and I dug it.
They look like a rock band.
Yeah, dude. Hairbound.
A rock band.
Yeah, I read some. Let me see if I can pull up that article real quick. But the guy that wrote the movie, and this might be why they had that little kid, is because it was originally going to be a rated G vampire version of Peter Pan, Lost Boys. But and I don't know, maybe in
somewhere they took a left turn.
Yeah, and cracked out Hollywood. Turned it into an R-rated movie. He's like, but I still need my kid dressed like Captain Hook.
Yeah. You're putting my kid in the damn movie.
But anyway, what else I was going to say about the way the Lost Boy group of vampires, their dress and everything was influenced by like European goth rock band stuff that the writer was into at the time.
Nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it. Especially with Marco. What was going through Marco's brain through that entire movie to have those creepy looks at all times?
Probably a lot of drugs.
Yeah, most likely the drugs. Also, he was the best one.
Cocaine.
So,
yeah.
He was definitely my favorite.
It's the best one. Best looking one, too.
Was it? Yeah. Evan's a little biased.
Vampire Bill.
Yeah.
Okay, so he hadn't. Yeah, this was like one of his first movies. So this probably got him Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted? Oh.
Yeah, because Bill and Ted came out in 89.
Yeah, this movie made everybody that roster on that cast list or whatever were like up and coming Hollywood, and that movie made them.
Was Corey Haim not a heavy hitter?
They were getting there. I think they had already done License to Drive at this point, right? That was the one that really made him.
Looked up the. Yeah, I think that came early 90s.
Did it? Okay.
I don't know. I'm not gonna go Google
License to Drive was 88.
There's a lot of dark history with that.
Yeah, don't go down that wormhole or that rabbit hole.
I know I asked about it earlier, but really though, how did the director let Corey Feldman just keep doing that voice the whole fucking movie? Like, nobody once told him don't do that.
You're going too hard, son.
My last name is Frog. I'll sound like a frog. It's called acting.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, he sounds like he's like
Edgar Allan
trying to do Judge Dredd.
Yeah. You think he tried to encourage Ralph Macchio to also have a frog voice, but
yeah, I don't think
Ralph
he could do it.
Macchio's like,
he didn't have the acting chops.
My voice can't go that deep, Corey. I can't do it.
He hadn't hit puberty yet.
Good for the both of us. I like the part where, or how about the part where like that one group of like degenerates like just stand there for like a couple of seconds and then they like muster up the courage to like grab a handful of comics and take off.
Yeah.
They made sure everybody could see him first.
Yeah.
Hey, look at us. We're going to steal all your shit. Now we're stealing it.
Yeah.
And here we go.
It's not so much I want your comics as much as I hate you.
But they got their comeuppance. They got ate by vampires later on.
What about the part kind of toward the beginning when that older couple in the car, they rip the top of the car off and like snatch him out of the air or drag him to the
cool.
I swear that looks like Donk from Crocodile Dundee. You know, Donk, the one he kisses and punches in the stomach.
Yeah.
I swear that's him.
Back to the comic shop. How successful of a vampire hunting business can you fund selling comics?
No, the parents
everybody said something at once.
Go ahead, Mark. I interrupted. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say, did anyone notice the owners propped up in the corner with sunglasses like mannequins the whole time?
Yep,
like they're just blended into the background.
I'm gonna have to.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't know.
You don't notice that?
It was their parents.
Was that the frog parents?
They were the frog parents, and I think they were on heroin.
Were they look dead. They look like mannequins, and they didn't move. And anytime you went to that scene, they were in the exact same spot.
Yeah,
I gotta go watch it again.
Was that the
they were like behind the TV too. Like the TV was facing away from them, and they were behind it.
Well, if you're two brothers trying to salvage your family comic book business, that's where I would hide my drugged out parents, comatose
near the counter somewhere.
Yeah, I would just shove them behind a big screen TV, and that way, if they make any noises, just be like, "Oh, that's just the TV."
Their dad definitely fought in Nam.
Did your
that's for sure.
Did your TV just shit its pants?
No, I mean, yeah.
That's my daddy.
All right, let's get into some awards real quick. So I thought of episode 1 of this, we got the Simon Phoenix Best Line in the Movie Award, followed by the Backdraft McAfee Brothers special, which we may or may not have that in this movie.
There's only the one sex scene.
Yeah. Well, apparently the grandpa gets laid a lot too, but just not on camera. All right, so in this one, we can either nominate. We normally name it after characters, but the character names in this one aren't nearly as interesting as the actor's name. So Max is named by Max is played by Edward Herman, and we could have the Edward Herman Award, which would be like the way too obvious twist ending bad guy of the movie. Or we could have the Bernard Hughes Award. He plays Grandpa, and a very common thing to happen, especially like in 80s and 90s movies, is you got a comedic relief guy come in out of nowhere and save the day, typically by driving a car through a brick wall and running over the bad guy.
I like the Grandpa Award.
Yeah, the Bernard Hughes Award. So we want to do that and say, or we can
call it
vote
Grandpa
and have
Award.
both of them. And then I had one other award that I don't quite remember at this moment. So
Keith Sutherland's Forehead Award, prosthetic Klingon Forehead Award.
I think we'll just keep with those two. So which one you want to vote in for this week to forever be enshrined as an
award?
Feature presentation award.
I'm going Grandpa all day.
I'm voting Grandpa too. I'm with the Grandpa award.
Yeah. All right. Sounds like the Grandpas have it.
Yeah, let's do the Grandpa.
All right. All right, and the winner of this year's the winner of this week's Grandpa Award goes to Grandpa.
Grandpa
running his car through the brick wall, and running over the main bad guy to save the
writers day. Just got fed up. Like, how are we gonna end this shit, Pete?
How many times in a movie? Like, seriously, how many times in a movie, especially one geared towards young adults, where the heroes are fighting the bad guy and there's like no way that they can win, and then all of a sudden,
the ninth hour,
some random comic relief guy that made a few jokes here and there through the movie just shows up.
Randy Quaid.
Yeah, Randy Quaid.
Yeah,
Randy Quaid, Independence Day.
Yep, classic.
Independence Day. Yeah.
He wasn't very funny, but the old man in Home Alone saved the day.
Yeah, he wasn't funny at all.
Yeah.
He's a grandpa, though.
Not land.
He's a grandpa.
Yeah.
Not really funny, but came out of nowhere.
Used to scare the fuck out of me.
Yeah, he was a creepy dude. All right. So then we got the McCaffrey Brothers special. I don't think that really applies to this movie too much unless one of y'all want to nominate it. Would you turn into a vampire to bang Star?
Yes.
I would.
Yes.
If you were already a vampire, would you try to fuck Diane Wiest?
No.
Probably.
knowing she has 2 grown-ass kids.
My dick is dead. It ain't. Yeah, I'm good.
I think I'm good.
I didn't really do it. I didn't really fuck her because it was Diane Wiest. I did it for the challenge of fighting her kids.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Her dad's pretty cool.
All right,
I wanted to fuck up this old man's house and fuck his daughter.
Well, dude, are we going to do Best
Brady
Line?
Bunch.
Yeah, we're fixing to do it after I make a Halo joke. But all right, moving on. Not making the Halo joke of where a kid insulted you and beat you at Halo, and you played the long game of banging his mom. But all right, the Simon Phoenix Award nominees are, starting with PJ. What you got?
Dude, my favorite one, I still say it, is because he uses a crossbow to shoot that guy who goes, "Death by radio." So unnecessary.
Any others? Mine was going to be the Grandpa's. One thing I hate about this town is too many goddamn vampires.
That's the best one. That was mine.
Yeah, that's a good line.
Wanted to.
Y'all got some other ones?
When the greased up sax guy, he says, "I still believe." I believed that he still believed when he was like, "I still believe." Anyway,
you gotta do the.
Oh man, hold on. There's another one. So when the Frog Brothers went down in underground hotel and stabbed Marco, and then all the other ones came back alive or woke up from their sleep, and they had to run out of there and stuff. Corey Feldman, Frog Brother, he goes, "It's not our fault. They played mind tricks on us. They woke up and started talking."
That's what I was trying to find that line, but that was a good one. That's my nomination right there.
Yeah. They woke up and started talking. I like that. I like that one.
I think my favorite one-liner was it was a Frog Brother line, and it was "How much do you think we should charge them for this?"
Nice.
Man, I wish you had done the whole episode in that voice.
Not too late. We'll start over.
Okay.
It's not too late, DJ.
Okay. I know this is kind of off on a tangent, but another question, everything. Why did Corey Haim take a bath? How old is he? You don't take a bath at that age.
Too old to be taking a bath.
That was weird.
Not
so
only
much
did
bubble.
Sorry.
Yeah, not only did
bath at that.
hold on. Not only did he take a bath, he had to be told to take a bath, and it was like
exactly.
Yeah, the mom's all on the phone with Michael, and make sure Sam takes a bath, and then he's like, "Sam, get in the bath."
Go
Like
get your bath. You're 14.
I feel like Jason Patrick probably ran his bath for him.
Yeah. Flash him with it a little bit.
He's like making the bubbles.
Yeah. Like he's
frothing the bubbles.
Yeah.
You're a little too old, dude,
Sorry.
for that.
Yeah, no, this is the one more thing, or the I forgot this segment of the show.
Sorry.
So no, you're spot on. Quit apologizing.
Good time. Good timing.
Yeah, great timing. So like the grandpa, he never drove that car into the city because that's as close to town as he wants to get. Mm-hmm. Did he know about all these vampires the whole time and never told his family?
I think he did.
Yes, absolutely.
He had to have known.
He's a vampire. He's a vampire hunter from the back in the day.
Way back.
Oh, really? You think he was a vampire?
I think so.
Hunter?
I think so.
He's the original Frogman.
Yeah.
The Widow Johnson's husband, he was a vampire, and that's why he's fucking his wife.
You're right. Oh, yeah, there's another good line.
The king vampire probably had like some grudge against him.
Right.
I don't know.
Out
it was his mom.
Yeah, it was his mom.
Turned out the Frogs brothers' parents wasn't the druggies behind the TV. It was Grandpa from banging the Widow Johnson.
Y'all can learn about all this in my Lost Boys fan fiction that I write.
Grandpa also
I
had
flesh all that out.
Grandpa also had like a separate closet full of taxidermied vampires that he kept over the years.
There's a room you're not supposed to go in.
Donald Sutherland was the original main vampire.
How amazing would that movie be if Donald Sutherland was the main vampire instead of? Yeah. Like
if we're recasting, we're sorry, Edward Herman.
Yeah.
I'm getting Donald in here.
I would have not known he was the bad guy. Donald Sutherland would have fooled me with his acting.
Yeah.
Yep. Just saying.
Put a real gin and then boom, there's the bomb.
Yep.
Hit you with the twist.
Who else we changing, PJ? Let's recast Diane Weiss with somebody.
Barbara Hershey.
I gotta think of someone from the 80s.
Mary Steenburgen.
That's it.
Sally Field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, Sally Field.
Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio.
Yeah, that's who I was about to say.
That's
There you go. Yeah.
So I'm immediately thinking of Edward Scissorhands. What about the redhead chick from Edward Scissorhands? She'd just be the mom, like the slutty mom.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
There was a pretty deep.
Well, I would believe that she got divorced.
Yeah, right.
Who's going to divorce Diane Weiss?
Yeah.
She's such a sweetheart.
Long-running story in this movie about how Diane Weiss just needs a little dick. Like that's kind of the subtext of the whole thing.
That's how we
Diane
got
Weiss
the
need
whole.
to get it. Yeah,
got the whole family in trouble.
So,
I think there's a cautionary tale to single mothers in that one.
It was to raise awareness.
Be careful who you bring home to your kids.
They might suck back.
Oh man.
Canceled.
Oh God.
It was a good run, guys.
Yeah, we're done.
It's over with.
Spotify is going to shut us down after this episode.
Or
Already got the
Corey's
warning
going to
email.
sue us. We're going to get sued by all the Coreys for all the.
The
Anyway.
Weast Foundation is going to have a field day with this one.
Weast Foundation.
She's still alive, bro. She's still alive.
Is she?
Yeah, man. But she's running a foundation apparently.
with apparently a really good legal team. Oh, damn.
Oh, sweet Lord.
All right, man. Let's wrap this up. Let's do
Do ratings.
Yeah, let's do the was the elevator pitch for the next movie.
Oh,
I thought we were going to rate the movie. We're going to rate the movie?
Yeah, we got
we got to rate the movie. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you meant by ratings. I thought you were like, we got to up our ratings.
Ratings, yes.
How many cartons of lo mein is this one?
Oh, there you go.
How many bathtubs full of vampire guts?
I like the cup of noodles. How many cup of noodles you giving this
How
one?
many cup of noodles is it? I'm in it.
All right, Mark, you selected this movie. Tell us how many cup of noodles you giving it.
I'm going 4 out of 5. If that's how many cup of noodles. 5 being the most. 5 cup of noodles being Jurassic Park, the perfect movie.
Yeah, the best movie they ever made. Yeah.
Mark, those are worms. Mark, those are worms you're eating.
Oh, what? Oh my God! Give me some blood. I need to wash these worms down. Where's Star at?
All right, why do you rate it 4 out of 5?
Because it's a great 80s vampire movie, and it has a few faults, but I mean, it's just great. It's funny. It's kind of got some campiness to it, and it's a different spin on vampires. I'm sure it was fresh back then, but
Yeah.
Very fresh.
yeah.
That's why I'm giving it 5 out of 5 couple noodles.
There you
Hey,
go.
our first perfect rating.
It just
Wow.
it brought the vampire genre back into it brought it into the new era. Like you didn't have the like you said the old black and white vampires. You got these cool hip 80s band looking vampires.
I think the last vampire movie before that was Christopher Lee's Dracula of the 70s.
Yeah. Count Dooku, right? Wasn't he
yeah, old Count Dooku sucking the poo poo. All right, Evan, how many cup of noodles?
Oh man, I'm gonna brace myself for this one here. This movie gets 2 out of 5. This movie sucks.
Oh.
I don't care if you guys hate me for it. I hate this fucking movie.
Wow, I did not see that coming.
I didn't either.
That was harsh.
Even when you were a kid, you hated it?
How about that?
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
so you hate this movie.
Explain
you don't
yourself.
When I was a kid, it scared me, which is fine. But just watching it earlier, the only thing that saves it is the last 20 minutes of the movie. The rest of it's not very good, man. It's not very good. Kind of a bad movie.
That's why I picked it.
Just wait till you hear my movie. Just wait till you hear.
This sounds troubling. Are we gonna need the Frog Brothers on this movie? All right.
It was almost Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Nice.
That was what I was gonna pick, but
that would have been good. I haven't seen that one in a minute. That's a future episode.
Yeah, I used to watch the crap
next
out of
Halloween.
Yeah.
So
PJ,
next December.
Yeah, next December. PJ, how many cup of noodles?
Man, this was a solid 3. It's better than average to me. But I watched this movie a lot growing up, dude. It was kind of like that Goonies feel, but it's a little bit more graphic, real gen. So yeah, this is a solid 3-star movie. Or 3 cup of noodle movies. I would watch it again anytime.
Nice. I'm going to go 4.5. All those boring moments that bored Evan, I found they made them very intriguing and fun to watch. Like,
I got our average here.
3.7.
3.7 is our average.
This is our first kind of like
brought this shit way down.
Yeah,
right.
This one's
skewing the data there.
I've never felt so powerful.
3.7 is about right where this movie should be rated in
I can see, yeah.
But I gave it a 4.5 because I just thought it was as close to a masterpiece of cinema making as you can get. Is it in like your top 5 vampire movies ever?
Is there 5 vampire movies?
Right.
Top 5 vampire movies.
Are there 5?
There's only like 2 vampire movies.
Abbott and Costello meet Dracula. That's a great one.
Yes.
And the you got Interview with the Vampire.
Oh yeah.
You got
all the Blades.
I tell you not to get too serious about it. There's a series on Netflix called Midnight Mass. It's about vampires, and it's actually really, really good. But on top of that, Keanu Reeves' Dracula movie. How about that one? That one's cool, huh?
That's like the best one.
That's one of the better ones. Yeah,
that's the whole reason they haven't remade a Dracula movie since, because it was so perfect.
Isn't Nicolas Cage a vampire now? Was
he did.
He was in that one. I never saw it. Didn't see that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I heard it was good.
Leslie Nielsen was a vampire. Dracula
That's my number one. That's my number
the best. That's the best one ever. Amy Yazbek.
It is a top 5
movie.
I'll die on that hill. It's a top 5 vampire movie.